If you feel like every product is irritating your skin and your skin can never just rest and chill, then this video is for you. Hey, I'm Laura. I'm your French skin educator. My channel is about skincare tips and knowledge, so if you like that, make sure you're subscribed and also follow me on IG because I'm a cool person. I'm lit and I'm active. I'm way more active there. Okay, so first I want to point out that reactive skin can be taken as sensitive skin, but these are two different types of skin. Reactive skin is when your skin reacts like by heat or by redness to something and not especially a product. So for example, if you touch your face and you're immediately red even though you weren't rubbing it hard, that means you have a reactive skin. Sensitive skin though is when you get a reaction that's not normal and that's from a product. It can be redness, stinging, heating, or even a burning sensation. Some products are actually made to provoke that type of reaction within the first 60 seconds, like vitamin C products or even chemical exfoliants like AHAs. But if the reaction lasts longer than 60 seconds, know that it's not normal and that it might be that the product is not made for you. It's either too harsh on your skin or your skin is really sensitive, so you can't go on and use the product. If that ever happens to you, like you notice you put on an AHA and for 10 strong minutes your skin is burning, or even for longer than that, immediately go and rinse the product. I actually don't even wait for 10 minutes. I just wait for like really literally maybe 2 minutes, and I'm like, this is not normal if it's lasting longer than that. So I was just gonna rinse it off. When my skin was just burning because of a product, I don't use anything else than the basics like cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen if it's the morning, but generally this happens at night because this happens with active ingredients. So yeah, it might happen with a product that's fine for most people, but it's not fine for you, and just know that it might also mean that your skin is more sensitive than most people. With that out of the way, I'm gonna give you tips, exactly 5, to help you take care of your sensitive skin and avoid any accident in the future, further sensitizing your skin or literally irritation. The first tip is to figure out if you're sensitive to fragrance. In other words, avoid fragrance. I'm saying this because fragrance is the #1 cause for contact dermatitis, so that means it's the #1 cause for you to react and have an irritation or a sensitizing feeling. I don't know if you can hear me, bro. This is going inside of my t-shirt. Sorry for the noise. So if you never tried a fragrance-free skincare product, this might be time. Actually, it is time. That's your sign, okay? Take this as your sign. Maybe if you have sensitive skin, that might just be solved by having a fragrance-free skincare routine, literally. I personally try to avoid fragrance altogether in my skincare products because I also have a very sensitive skin, and sometimes just having a skincare product with fragrance on my skin for 20 seconds is too much, and I literally got my skin burned just for that one time. So yeah, just to be clear, fragrance is listed in the ingredient list as parfum fragrance. Parfum is actually a French word, or it can just be an essential oil and you might not know that it's actually fragrance, so be aware of that. Also avoid menthol. Menthol is basically used in skincare products to have that tingly, refreshing sensation, but it's not good. It's basically just like a fragrance and it's gonna irritate your skin further, especially if you have sensitive skin. You might want to stay away from that. My second tip is to limit the active ingredients. So for example, retinols or chemical exfoliants. In general, all skin types should be very diligent when it comes to using active ingredients in our skincare routine, but when you have a sensitive skin, you really want to be careful. So for example, instead of using your retinol every other night like normal skin types do, maybe try to use it less in your week. So maybe just try to use it twice a week. Or you can also buffer your active ingredients by putting your moisturizer before the active ingredients, so it creates that layer of moisturization of moisture. Oh my gosh. So it creates that layer of moisture between your skin and the active ingredient, so the active ingredient doesn't like release all the potential of irritation that it might have. Your skin is more protected. So for example, at night, do your cleansers, double cleansing system, your oil-based cleanser, your water-based cleanser, then you moisturize, and then on top you can have your active ingredients. Personally, I don't do that because I figured how my skin works, but if you're really starting into skincare, or if your skin is really sensitive, you don't know how to fix that, I think that just doing that, backing off on active ingredients and also creating that buffer between your skin and the active ingredient might just be the solution for you. Be careful though, in the morning, don't finish with the active ingredient. Do your cleanser, which is optional, especially if you have drier skin, then your moisturizer, then your active ingredient if you ever use one. For example, I use a vitamin C serum, and then finish off with sunscreen. You always want to finish off with sunscreen in the morning. You can never have another skincare product on top of your sunscreen because it's literally not gonna work. My third tip is to really be gentle when you're drying your face. Maybe avoid using towels. You might not realize, but you're maybe rubbing your towel on your face when you're drying your skin. So if you're doing that, try to really focus on patting really gently to dry your face. I personally even say use something else if you can't control yourself and cannot be gentle. So I have two solutions for you. Either let your skin air dry. Of course, you don't want to wait like 20 minutes between each skincare product. Your skin has to be a little damp before you move on to the next skincare product, not dripping wet. But be careful to wait till your skin is completely dry when you follow up with an active ingredient, for example, especially a retinol. So when you put on that moisturizer, maybe just wait a few seconds, maybe even a minute or two, and then move on to your retinol or your other active ingredient, because having your skin damp is actually good when you're going to follow up with a hydrating step, because having water on your face is gonna make the product penetrate deeper in your skin and kind of like facilitate the penetration of the product. But putting retinol on a wet face or damp face is actually, as I said, gonna facilitate the penetration of the retinol, so the potency of the retinol is gonna be way higher and it might irritate your skin, especially if you have a sensitive skin. Actually, I have three solutions for you. So the second one is to pat your skin with your hands until it's dry. Like literally just do that and try to make it absorb a little quicker. It just comes down to letting your skin air dry, but you just like patting it so it can be quicker. And the third solution is something I don't actually recommend to do for everyone, but I personally use paper towels. So I just use one paper towel for drying my face, and I found that it really helps with reducing the cross-contamination because I'm not patient and I don't wait for my skin to air dry. But this is not something I recommend because it creates a lot of waste, and I've planned on stopping that once my skin gets to a point where it doesn't break out every month because my skin can literally be breaking out every week. So yeah, this is more for not only sensitive skins but also if you have a more oily, acne prone skin. My fourth tip is for you to simplify your routine to the max, to the bare minimum. So don't be using toners, essences, serums, masks. You literally don't need that. You don't need all that. You just need a gentle double cleansing system, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. Now, stay away from alkaline cleansers. They're stripping the natural oils of your skin, so damaging your skin's moisture barrier. And this is the example of the African black soap and the Castile soap that I did reviews on, and I'm gonna link the videos down below in the description box so you can check it out later after you've watched that video, of course. Now, you can add active ingredients, of course, like a PHA, which is a gentler chemical exfoliant than AHAs and BHAs, or even a very gentle AHA like mandelic acid. You can also, of course, use retinol. You can use whatever you want, but be, as I said, very careful with it and diligent. Just know that your basic foundation of your skincare routine are those three steps that I said: cleansers, moisturizer, and sunscreen. And when you get a really bad irritation, because the sensitive skin is literally a normal state of your skin, but sometimes it gets really worse because of some product or something that happened on your skin. And when this happens, when you get a really bad reaction or an irritation, just go back to that stripped down routine for a few days and let your skin repair its moisture barrier. My fifth tip is stop using products that contain skin sensitizers other than fragrance and menthol. But skin sensitizers like dyes or glitters or gold, like all that fancy stuff that's added in skincare products just basically for the customer experience and that don't give any value to the skincare formulation for your skin, those you can just completely remove from your routine. Is just like fragrance. Those are highly irritants for your skin, and if you have a sensitive skin, I don't think you should even risk. I personally hate when I see something formulated with glitters or dyes. I'm like, this is not makeup, you know, it's just for my skin. I'm trying to treat my skin, not look like a whole disco ball, you know. Comment down below if you have sensitive skin and what made your skin sensitive, like what exact product. I'd love to know what skincare product created a reaction or an irritation on your sensitive skin. It's time for the French word of the day. So the French word for today is sensible. Sensible means sensitive. Now I know this might seem a little frustrating or misleading because sensible in English is a word and it's not the translation of sensible. Like, it's not the same thing. And trust me, it's hard for French people to learn English because of those things that happen sometimes, like just that. So yes, sensible in French means sensitive. If you learned anything from my video, please subscribe and you'll learn a lot more. And also don't forget to follow me on IG so we can be a little more intimate. If you want to know more about the double cleansing system that I mentioned and that you should be doing, and girl, if you're not doing this, go watch the video right now. I'm not even kidding. But yeah, even if you know about it, go check it out because I tell you everything you should know about double cleansing and I give you some tips. I love you guys and I'll be here for the next video next week. Bye bye, bisous.